But here we are, we're live into the, is this a knife round?
No, it's
a pistol. It's a pistol.
It's the pistol.
We're in the pistol round. So this is the second map, SK. It's their match point. It is Cash. Let's see what they can do. They are starting as the terrorists here on Cash. So there's Delpan. Pyth, the new addition to the SK lineup. I wonder if we'll be seeing any Pyth 7 action from Pyth. There is Pitta trying to gun down the player up on the ramp there. And it looks like they're straight in here with a good attack onto the B-bomb site. It's a 4 versus 3. They get the bomb down. This site's really interesting because if you get on the site, you're on the site. It's like quite a small area and there's only very few hiding spaces. But it is trying to get there that is the problem. Yeah. There's Tizian. Great headshot there from Tizian. Just going to make one quick headshot with the USPS. Can he do it? He's not got a kit on him though, so it's going to be tough. If the time is killed by Pyth, he's trying to dance around the boxes, but Tizian going to jump straight on top, but you can see he's got no kit, and that's going to end him, unfortunately. That was great play from Tizian though. He managed it very well. I love how he's just, like, Pyth was all ready to play the dancing game around the boxes, but then what happened was, actually, he was just like, nope, I'm just going to jump over the boxes and outsmarted Pyth. So that was pretty fun to see. But
and you had made a really good point there about the B bomb site. It's so easy to just get stuck here on the actual bomb site. And there's like, as you can see, there's nowhere you can run from there. So he did manage to utilize that, but he just didn't have enough time to defuse the bomb.
And they put 3 players initially on B in this round for the CT defense on the pistol. And now you can see Tizian there with the P250 over at the A side near that squeaky door. And Tizian just going to be lying in wait here. He's got the P250 armor for Tizian, but only Tizian it seems. What do you think about that?
I don't know really. It's
because usually it's like a team thing, isn't it? Like you go P250 armor, you go aggressive.
Yeah, I think they should all bought P250s because if you're going to do it, it should be the first round. Maybe they're going for some crazy scar or op play later. Yeah. I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see. That's why it's so fun with these new maps. It's so hard to call what they're going to do because there's so many new ways you can try out stuff.
And it feels like, to me, like when you buy the armor, you're saying that you expect to get hit by something. So, but he was kind of like, in an angle tucked away somewhere, looking for someone to attack onto him as opposed to going aggressive and soaking up bullets. So it's a bit of an interesting distinction, but regardless, we can see Delpan and some of his teammates there charging towards that B-bomb site. And of course, CTs always have the timing advantage on that angle, but the weapon advantage is quite significantly in favor of SK currently, meaning that they easily take over B and mid, and it's just now Tizian once again, who is the last player remaining. The bomb goes down, so Tizian bought a 5-7 actually.
And yes, I feel like it's very hard on Ecos as CT on this map, especially considering they're like all the areas on this map. If you look at the overview, like this area, they're all so open, and that means it's so hard to get like those. Like when you stack a site, you want to have like all these crossfires everywhere, and it's very hard to get on this map.
They go over the smokes, trying to cover up mid, and that can help them take over mid. They can land that money smoke straight on the kind of connector there onto mid, CT side of mid, and that's really nice, cuts down all the angles. But here comes Pitta with the boosting spot, checking the crate, checking the connector, checking the little stack of sandbags there. Not going to spot anyone, even the vents, checking everything. And once he's got mid secure, that's going to really help them.
Look at this. Oh, I thought it was going to be a cooler flash. Peter's ready for him, though.
It's interesting that Mouse Sports have actually kind of rotated around a couple players to try to retake mid together. And they're being very defensive about it, but you can see that they're getting information there. They've decided, they've realized now that actually there's no mid control for SK, so there's nothing really at A, so now they've got 3 players set up at B for the defense. SK probably outsmarted here, because the rotations have happened. But can Mouse Sports hold the defense strong? Oh, what a lineup there for Legia, but he can't make it happen. Troubly's there now to try to clean up something, but it's Python Delpan left. And there it is, beautiful there. Oh man, that was just such a setup there.
Yeah, I was certain it was going to get at least one there. It looks kind of strange that they didn't get a single frag. However, quite easy round there for Mouse Sports. Look like they have pretty good look at how you're supposed to defend on this map.
Yeah, I can't wait to see maybe a 1-3-1 setup for CTs taking over mid in the vents and so on. And actually, Chris J there going to take down Pitta. Chris J going to take down Delpan. But there is the trade. And Pyth as well taking down Troubly. So they do go even on this trade. This opens up B somewhat as well. Pyth going to smoke down the CT spawn. And he's only got to worry about the upper and the rotations coming in from A and mid. And there is Crispy on the site though. On the site. They did not expect that. And Crispy gets traded. And there goes down the bomb now.
You can do this. Great decision here from Twist.
There.
Just manages.
Beautiful there.
Oh my god.
He didn't give himself away. Such calm, such presence of mind. There it is. He takes down the hard player to kill.
Where has he planted? It's so important. Did he plant behind the box?
That's exactly where the other player is. Beautiful play there. Wow.
What did
amazing.
Titation do there on site? It looks like he was looking for the bomb or looking for me on site. It just looked super awkward.
Yeah, I don't know, but
great play from Twister now. Like,
yeah.
Amazing play.
I mean, it was amazing that he knew his two left, and he saw one. He knows that as a killer. The guy's dead already because he knows exactly where he is, and his position's unknown. And the other guy, he just has to find him, and very, very well executed, I got to say. But Troubly, I mean, he's watching this angle with the M4, but this is a vulnerable angle. I mean, he can get spammed down there as well. Like you can see, he's getting some spam there also, and he's going to have to fall back. Can be a very weak position if multiple terrorists are facing it. And you can see SK have taken over mid, and they can really get a nice split onto A here if they want to. But actually, Mousesports would be mistaken to think so, because they're actually going to go for a B split here. Through mid, through B, they're straight in there, through the vents, and Chris J just looks into mid like trying to see if there's anything there. It's like, oh, alright, we've been played for fools as the bomb goes down. Tizian needs to save this.
They really should save.
Oh, no vents. No.
Go back. No. Don't do it, man, don't do it.
That is death.
I really want to talk about how important mid control is on this map. We saw SK took control of the middle. They basically forces the CTs to worry about the vents going through here. And what Peter did that round was so smart. All he did was he went forth to here, fired 2 shots against the guy here on the B bomb site, which basically makes the CTs so scared. We saw when they pushed into B, like there was 2 guys left at A, so scared of Peter still in the middle, and all he did was just stand there. So great job there from Peter. Yeah. He fired 2 shots, then he just ran right away to the B bomb site.
That was pretty amazing because it's like he's standing there, and actually like you can see he's like, is he still here? Are they still here? When the bomb's like ticking and stuff, they're like actually paranoid. That's a very, very good point. And you can see SK looks like they're going to try to take over mid again. They got Pyth there. Pyth taking some body shots though, and Troubly going to have to back away a bit. And we want to Zelos, great flashes, but he's unable to capitalize. Pitta, oh. Great boost there into the vents, and that's something that's really, really powerful as well. It's like the B CT players, it's really, really strong to do that. If you figure it out quick enough, you can really get the drop on them, and that's exactly what happened. Delpan though with the plant, and definitely now he's in a decent position, but it's only Pyth to help him with 20 health. And the CTs are bearing down in this position. The grenades flying over now. Delpan has to hold here. His position's known. Pyth's position's known. Can they deal the damage though? Delpan, such a beautiful pick in the back there of Troubly. And it's a 1-on-1. There's no time left. Delpan and Pyth did the job. Oh, and there it is.
Great shot from Delpan. Nice play there from Crispy trying to jump up on those boxes. Didn't work out, but still nice eco managing to get 4 frags.
Yeah. It definitely all works out, and you can see that at the start of that round, like you're talking about mid control, they popped out of mid and they basically claimed it. There's no frag, but they basically said, if you're going to stick around here, you're going to die. And look at this play onto mid now from the CTs. Yeah,
Mouse is saying like, okay, we cannot give them mid control. We have to do something about it. Having 3 guys there early in the round doesn't matter. Peter will spam him through the wall here, and great entry there from Peter, who's been playing amazing this half so far.
Oh, Troubly's in a great position.
Oh my god.
But misses everything.
He has to get a frag there.
Crispy there now, try to pick up the pieces, but he runs. That is mismanagement of ammunition. It really looked like when we went to him. but Chris J, oh, gets one, but he gets, this is so bad. Mousesport's falling apart. SK, they won the first map very convincingly. They're looking to win the second map even more convincingly. It's 6-1 already, and this weapon round for Mousesports was absolutely just picked apart here. And oh my god, Pyth is spraying through the box there. Legia, try not to panic, try not to freak out, but here comes Pyth stepping closer and closer, and he goes down. So Legia's position now is known. And you can see the fruit with the X-ray. Here comes Delpan. Oh my god. Delpan gets in.
Great job of that. You can actually see Delpan ducking there because he knew he was going to have that angle. Still that round, it looked kind of awkward from Mousesports. They did some kind of big mistakes there in the round. I want to fly here to the middle. Like the spam here is quite common. Peter just spammed him through this side. All you basically need to do is just go a bit forward, because then he has to like spray the entire wall to be able to hit you. Yeah.
And Zelos there, he's on the angle. And that, if he's able to be on this angle very quickly, what he understands then is that the CT positioning is defensive in the site. Like they can't be pushed up. So, but actually he was a bit slow to the angle, and one was already able to make it to the vents. But here we go. He goes for the trade there, gets it. Zelos and Twist making frags happen here. They're all chiming in on the assets for B, and they get the eliminations to get the round victory. So that's great for SK. 8-1. 8-1.
Yeah, this is looking way too easy for SK right now. And I don't know, Mousesports did a good decision last round. I feel like they should do the same decision again. That is going 3 guys into middle right here. But they just have to hit their shots this time.
Yeah, most certainly. So we have to now see if Mousesports, because if they lose this weapon round again, I mean, wait, do I see an AUG?
Let's see, yeah.
Is there something I don't know, or is it just because he's got the wing skin on the AUG? Maybe it's the wings.
I don't know. I don't really like the AUG, especially because it fires so slowly in this game, and it's more expensive than the M4.
Yeah, let's see if Tizian can put it to good use though. We have a pick though on Trouble in the mid, so they got control of the mid now, so they got to worry about all that. And there's a door. Great pick from Chris J. That's great. He shut down one angle, shut down another, and that's it. All of his teammates chiming in, and that's going to be the round for Mousesports. So they did finally, and I mean, you can just look at their money now. If they had lost that round, they would be pretty much at death's door.
Yeah, and it was so important for them that they only lost one guy. That they really need to save up their money right now. They can't afford to have any more ecos this half.
Yeah, certainly. So 8-2. Mousesports are trying to work their way back into this game, and great way to do it. And this is it. You know, you always get a beautiful second shot. They're just trying to challenge, but you always get to be the first man on that angle as the CT. So that's something you've got to be careful of as a terrorist. And Chris J looking for the third. They're just challenging him here. I mean, that's either ballsy or, I don't know, do you think it's stupid to do such a thing? And he does go down.
Didn't make any sense. I mean, he should have known that he could have an off there, and he just went too aggressive after getting those 2 frags. It actually happens quite a lot with good players, that you get like 2 or 3 nice frags, and then you just get way too confident looking for those 3 or 3rd or 4th frag to get the perfect movie frag, but doesn't work out all the time.
Yeah, it's actually a really good point. If you think about one way, he's just trying to make good of that round but can't do it. Think about it one way. Okay, if he makes 1 frag and they're rushing the site and then dies, then, or rather, sorry, gets 1 frag and then falls back, then if they rush the site, he can take another frag, but there's still 3 on the site they can set up, so it's a really hard situation. But there, he got like 3. So if he falls back and they rush in, he kills 1 more on their entry and hides, then they're screwed.
Yeah,
if he falls back.
There's no
really
way they can.
Screwed.
And it looks like a slow B push here from SK, with only 1 guy on the site.
There we go. Legia can do it. He's got the grenades in hand. He's got some good ones to throw it. Some good little tips for people who are like wanting to know how to flash from this position. It's a nice little one. And look at that, he's going to find a second one. These flashes are really working wonders, and he can call the positions too of the opponents. Look how confident he is moving around the B bomb site. Legia, the bomb is dropped straight down in the middle of the room, and Peter's looking for Legia, can't find him, and that could be an opening for Tizian.
So tense. If you can get away towards it to spawn, but I think Legia is going to see him here in a second now. Is it going to save? Oh, there we go.
Legia coming large in that round. What an impressive play there with that was the flashes, really. I mean, they just popped straight, just over the little boxes, and then they just catch the players, and you got 2 or 3 frags out of it.
I actually think that Peter could have won that round if we would have managed to get past Legia there into the siege spawn, but Legia is on top of that.
Indeed, and right now he's in the same spot, so definitely showing some good B play. And it's important to take notes because the map is so young at this point. When I've been playing B, I'm always looking for like optimal ways to play it, and watching the good players really helps. And we can see so many stacked in mid here with Zelos over the A side, like looking towards the door side of A, and Troubly there, almost like staring at them with if he had X-ray.
I want to there's some reason why he's using the pistol. I think it's because of the player model or something, but you can actually see his weapon sticking out there. That's hilarious.
And Troubly, you can see the approach here. There comes 3.
Oh my god.
Switches to the M4. Oh my god, can he get it? Oh, hits 1. Finds another headshot. Oh, he's looking for the third. That's great. Control from Troubly. Tizian cleaning up with the AUG, the scoped AUG, and then chiming in with the AWP. Chris J. Tizian. But more importantly, Troubly on mid.
I had to fly back here. Like, couldn't they see his USB sticking out of the wall?
That's probably why he had the USB out instead of the M4.
Yeah, maybe, but you could actually see it through the wall. So it was kind of awkward, but great play from Troubly.
Yeah. So let's see if they can keep this going, because they just won a bunch of rounds back to back. So things will get more dangerous. You know, SK Gaming, they get more money for each consecutive round lost, so they can be more and more and more dangerous. And Troubly now showing more cool tricks. And there, you know, from that spot, you can see the vents being entered by the opponents there. So they're opting for a more defensive setup, but just getting the information. Here comes Twist onto the site. Oh, and he catches the, yeah, it does finish him off, but there's one more in the site, and he didn't realize Crispy's there, and oh, he has to spam him down, but he missed the first frag, and that's it. If you can't get the first frag quick, you're gonna die. And Tizian's just still scoping around with the AUG. He's just like, well, this reminds me like a public player just scoping around with the AUG, but there you go, spraying down Zelos. And Chris J is still alive with the AWP though. He's going to take this angle to covering fire for Tizian. And there's Tizian going to spot one in the corner. Great onto Pipe there. Is there any on the site? Well, the Molotov should have cleared that one out. And
it would be so funny if they can't win this round due to his teammate's Molotov.
Yeah, but he can get spammed down through the box. He's going to go for the spam. The grenade. Oh, it missed.
Oh, so close.
The grenade missed. He should have just spammed through the box. He would have been fine, but I guess he had to deal with
maybe he didn't know. I mean, this map is so new. There's so many like spammable walls that players don't know about. Kind of weird that Mousesports manages to win that round. They were down, like I think they were 2 versus 4 with the bomb down, and both Chris J and the other teammate was like on the other side of the map. So.
And what is it like? It was 8-2 as well, or something on the scoreboard. So
yeah, 8-1 even.
Wow, that plan bested by the AWP of is it Legia or Legia?
I don't know, Legia maybe.
Where is he from?
I think he's probably from the Netherlands.
Is he
or
Germanic?
German.
If it's probably then if it's Germanic, I don't know. Anyways, Twist here trying to edge his way into the bomb site. Maybe someone can tell me on Twitter or something. And trying to get his way in there. He's got teammates coming from mid, and this is why mid control is so important. And they know this is the like most common spot. Oh, great jump there to avoid the damage. Twist, can he get the frag? He's looking at Tizian. Oh, the AUG. This is some new technology from Tizian, like this position with the AUG or something. And there's still one player alive, trying to climb up the ladder. Tizian, can he find him? Zelos knows, and surely Zelos gets this. There's no way. Zelos can't find this frag. He gets it. Going to go for the plant. Oh, he doesn't even try to fake the plant. Just goes for the.
Yeah, I don't know what he should have done. That it was kind of hard for him to know where he was coming from, and he didn't know he had an op, so it was quite hard for him.
Yeah, so they pull it all the way back to 8-7. So Mousesports definitely pulling out an amazing result there. And remember, you guys can vote on whoever you think was going to win. Just have to tweet us with the FACEIT CS hashtag, vote Mouse or vote SK, and you can take part in the voting process. Also, any comments that you have, if you want to join in the discussion, you can use that hashtag as well for anything you want to say. So there you can see the voting. It looks like SK are favoured.
Yeah.
Favored. I won't say the actual percentage because it's I'll just say favored. In StarCraft 2, this would be. Or how did they do it in StarCraft 2? Like your opponent's like very favored, or like.
Oh yeah, I
It's
remember.
like
I think it was
favored,
just favored.
very favored, or something like that. I don't know, very favored for SK, whatever. They're definitely on. But I mean, the scoreboard tells us a different tale.
Yeah, I mean, it was 8-7 to SK, but they were up H1, and then Mouseport started to gather momentum. And if they can keep that momentum, I still feel like they have a pretty decent chance of
the
winning
Org man, the Org wings.
The Org wings, yeah, exactly. And especially considering it's such a new map.
Yeah. But the thing is that, I mean, I was trying to think of the logic behind it. And typically you don't see good players thinking the logic of, if I make my aim, like the aiming easier. Like usually it's just, I have really good aim and make the better weapon work. That's more versatile. But like, for example, you take the M4, it's like, oh, you know. But I mean, you have the angle all the way down to mid. Maybe that's what he's thinking about with the Org, just because he was always scoping around.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
know.
Is that it? I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe, but like if it gets into that duel, that means the terrorists have middle, so it's kind of bad for them anyhow. But yeah, maybe they know something we don't.
It's possible. Maybe there's like secret buffs to the Org or something. I don't know.
I like that they're trying something new, though, especially considering it's a new map. So there is a lot of things you can try, and I'm going to call it that the team that wins the pistol round is going to win this map.
Why would you call it like that?
Because it's 8-7, of course,
Okay.
and like I feel like CT&T on this map is still kind of even at this point, and the pistol is low now. So let's see if I'm right.
All right, the second half between SK Gaming and Mouse Sports, and this will decide who will play against Astana Dragons in the final here on the October Championship. And here we go, Mouse Sports making the play on B, and actually they're going to make their way in with 2 quick frags, just neutralizing all the players on vents. And there's going to be one more, but Delpan, that was really important there. Had he got locked in the vents, that would be like horribly bad for them. But Troubly and Tizian still alive, just Troubly now. SK are going to win according to Fret.
Yep, I'm going to call it. Didn't manage to get that bomb down, so it's even worse for Mouseport right now. Basically going to force them to 2 ecos. They might go for a cheap P250 armor buy, as has been pretty popular lately. But no, they're going for the more safer choice, the full eco.
Yeah, so let's see what they can do with it. I mean, Glocks are still pretty good. And, I mean, mid would be... I don't know, mid can work with buy 2 grenades, maybe take over mid. Could work, but then again, you're dealing with long ranges from A. It's really hard to figure out where the Glock's going to perform decently. But it looks like they're going to pick A. And there's Delpan over at the forklift with the 5-7. And that's actually really, really good for them, because now it's just down to Twist here and his teammate from mid with a great kind of, not a true crossfire, but from 2 great angles there. And here comes the spray and the P250 out, and they're just battling over the door. Who can open the door? And it's going to be Twist that survives there.
They did lose 2 players, so great eco from Mouse.
And it's amazing, because in that position at the forklift, the most forward position, the first guy to go down, dropped a 5-7. So it's not really going to help you. It's not like you're picking up a P90, which then wins you the round, basically.
And yeah, as I thought, Mouseport will decide to buy, just because, oh my god, one guy lagged from SK.
They need to pause.
Then they're even happier that they decided to buy this round.
Oh, wow.
Like, if Mouseport win this because of this, it might actually be like super deciding in this game.
All right, let's see what will happen. This is tense. I hate it when this happens, when there's technical issues. I've been getting this error sometimes as well. It's really painful. They can pause for the next round start, but here we go. Delpan already back in the game, but of course, and he picked up his weapon actually, I think. Yeah, he picked up his weapon.
Yeah, dropped in spawn. Lucky for them, but
Very
it seems like they already have the B bomb site, so they might try to go for the savior, especially after Peter goes down there. They're definitely should save now.
There we go. Catch his leg, yeah. And there's the AWP. Almost Twist was caught by surprise there, but luckily Delpan was around. And it's going to be a save indeed. They have to keep the orb alive. The orb absolutely must stay alive. And here you go. We got all the players set up around B. This is, you know, a save. Pure save.
Yeah, they have to say right now. I mean, if you look at their money, they're really low on cash, and too bad for them. They lost those 2 players on that eco round. It's a great decision there from Mouseport. They knew they were down on rounds. They did manage to get those 2 frags on that clock eco round, so they said, okay guys, if we win this round, even if we only can buy Galils, we're still going to force the CTs to an eco, so it might be worth the risk. If they weren't going to force them to eco, it wouldn't actually be like worth the risk they were taking, but it's kind of funny how that works out sometimes, that like 1 or 2 frags on an eco can be like such a deciding factor in what decisions you make.
Yeah, certainly. So it looks like we're having a little bit of stuttering going on there, but we'll see if that gets resolved. Is it us or the server? Who knows what's actually going on here? Either way, it's 10-8 scoreline, and this is the semi-final, SK versus Mouse Sports. It's map number 2, SK's match point. You can see we're coming close. This is the second half. We're coming close to the other finalist. Is it going to be SK or Mouse Sports? Mouse Sports could, most certainly, with the momentum they just gained, force this to a decider map. But right now, it looks like there's a bit of a pause, so I'll see if the production give me an update as to what's actually happening on the server, and I'll inform you guys as I'm updated. But either way, are there any projections you want to make or predictions you want to make on this round based on what we can see now?
Well, I feel like after that third round loss, I feel like Mouse Sports has gained a lot of momentum, especially with the economy. SK did, however, manage to save 2 weapons, and that might be crucial. If they stack at the same position with those weapons, they might be able to make something happen this round, and it will be very, very crucial for how this map will turn out.
Yeah, so we see a Galil, and we see, is that an M4 and 3 AKs? So definitely like a decent buy, and the AWP was kept alive. So remember, guys, if you want to vote, you can take part in our live voting. Hashtag FACEIT, vote SK or vote Moose, M-O-U-Z. Always kind of confuse me. I don't know, the Mouse Sports became Moose. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
I know
that always, since
it was long ago, though.
Since the beginning, that confused me. It still does. Still confuses me. Either way, though, it's definitely looking like SK is with the new lineup is looking quite good. I mean, Mouse Sports are a very strong team online.
Yeah, they in the EMS finals last season, they beat Asana Dragons twice, and they beat Fnatic. So they've been playing very strong, and it seems like the game is back on. So we will jump back into the game. And yeah, here we go.
So there we go. We're back in, and you can see Peter there. He's holding down mid, holding down the boost spot. He's got a teammate there with the AWP, also looking at the boost spot because in mid is smoked. Flash going in. Still so careful of that boost spot, and we saw that Mouse Sports actually did a delayed boost a couple times to then do a delayed take of mid. And wow, look at it's amazing that they had the foresight to realize that could happen, that delayed boost. And great play from SK, absolutely needed, taking down Legia, and we've got Hitter there, gunned down by Crispy, beautiful read there on the position. Twist holding down the forklift there. Got to be careful with that walls. That forklift is not a safe position. The wall is so spammable, but Twist is not under danger because it looks like they're rotating towards through the vents and through towards B. The bomb is cycling on over. Got Python on sight, and can they lock it down? Zelos with a spray down Tizian and Crispy falling, and now he has to deal with the rest of the players, but already holding strong. He knows exactly what's happening, has communicated this to his team. They're on the way. Pyth, who was on the site, goes down through the smoke. Zelos, it finally reveals the last player, Troubly, and Troubly gets the kill onto Zelos. It's now Delpan versus Troubly and Chris J. Mouse Sports turning this round all the way around, and Chris J on the site still. Can Delpan do it? He drops down. Got the pistol, the P250 out. It's really hard for him now. He's got the AWP, he doesn't want to lose it, but does he go for it? He's going to go for a great little jump up there. I love that. And Troubly peeks out at the right moment, and he put apparently
one player's being DDoSed, and yeah, that looks kind of awkward. I think it was Pith. Yeah, I was so surprised that Pith didn't get any frags there on site, but apparently he lagged out because he was in such a perfect position, so it like didn't make any sense for him not to get any frags there.
And so 10-9 is the scoreline here, and hopefully no more DDoSing shenanigans. It's like ruins, killing esports. Going to bring that meme back. And Tizian there trying to look over this boost spot, which has suddenly become so dangerous because people expect it every round almost. Troubly getting the pick onto Twist there. And it seems like we're having repeated DDoSing of an SK player.
Yeah, got them DDoSers. What are they doing? Yeah, as we can see, he timed out now, and SK is on an eco. Hopefully, we can pause after this round. He's back now.
Yep.
So
really important to like hide your IP and everything as much as you can, and make sure that people don't get hold of that, so they can do stuff like this. And it looks like we're entering the next round. It's 10-10, and yeah, it's always it always taints match results. It's like. Like, you know, oh, but there was a guy timed out, or like his PC crashed, or there was the connection issue, or whatever it is. Always taints the game. But we have the pause, and I guess they're going to just see if the DDoSing stops.
Yeah, and like especially when this shit happens in the like early stages of a half, when it's so crucial to win the rounds because you want to be the team that's in money control. And like two of the most important rounds this entire map. He got DDoS, so it's just so rough for SK. Yep. And it seems like they are on pausing now, so hopefully we can jump back into the game and hope that nobody's DDoSing anymore. And
yeah, no more denial of service,
I love that skating bug after you pause. It looks hilarious.
That is advanced moonwalk.
Yeah. Like how he's spreading his legs like when he's moving forward.
That's pretty epic. All right, so. Oh my god, that is pretty hilarious.
Oh, they're using grenades over here.
I've never seen this before.
Like,
I never looked at that. I always thought that was a useless place. You just hide there or something. Oh my god, that's amazing. So they're making their way in there onto the side. Looks like the grenades are really helpful. And Zelos there, just hiding around the vents with the mag, the memento mag. Probably going to gun him down there. And Zelos is falling, and Twist is just you know running for his life. He doesn't want to lose the AWP. It's a fool's errand to even try a retake. And Delpan agrees, going for it, and he will actually get Legia there.
And I really feel like SK Gaming should take an eco, maybe like a timeout type of eco. Just play very defensively. They have to stay calm, gather themselves, because of all the troubles they've been, has been the couple of last rounds with all the DDoSing and stuff. And they just can't let that get to their head. They just have to keep calm, and if they do that, they can come back from this disadvantage. But if they get too annoyed with that disconnects, I think they're in real big trouble.
Yeah, it's very, very true. And 11-10, it's always makes me depressed seeing the DDoSing and stuff like that. It's like you can do it for 10 euros or something. Like, anyway. So again, another spot that I've never seen before. I haven't seen this boost spot before either. I've seen some funny boosts on here, but not this one. And that's another great angle onto the boost spot from T side of mid. But look at this, straight through 8 onto the angles on connector. Delpan there, still just chilling on the box. And, oh, it wasn't even a crazy spot. I just never been there before. So Delpan there, trying to hold it down. He's got his mates rotating all the way around the back from CT spawn, and he's got someone joining him. So they're going to make a way towards this bomb site together. The smoke is down. They haven't really got much in the way of grenades or weapons here. 2 pistols, an AWP, and an AK. So here they go. Zelos gets Troubly. That's great. Zelos now goes down as well, then. But they gain some ground onto the bomb site. It's ticking really fast now, though. Delpan facing 2 players. They both go down, and the terrorists clean up. Almost think that should have been a save towards it. It was going so slowly. I don't know. What do you think? Yeah,
they should have saved. They were, however, on an eco. I think they saved 2 weapons from the last round, the Delpan and Twist, of course, with that AWP. But yeah, still, I think that he should have saved that weapon.
Hindsight is 2020.
Yeah.
So here we go. We got a push onto the B side here. There you go. See, Twist got the angle first, but he missed the shot, and that's quite important. Delpan, though, cleaning up business on the boost spot in mid. So Delpan definitely putting in work. Mousesport's 2 rounds ahead, though.
And it looks like they're going for this B split now in a second now. We're going to see Pete here on site. Hope he won't get disconnected now.
Beautiful use of Molotovs against the people on site here, and to force them off position. Zelos on the ramp. Perfect grenade coming in there. Oh, just missed, just shy of Legia. Looking for the shot now on the head of Legia. So 3 versus 3. Crispy's very low. Zelos now flashing in for his teammates to come out the vents. And
but look at this position.
Trying to make his way out.
I think Chris J will shut them down from here.
Oh, perfect flash timing. Oh, but Chris J, easy shot. They haven't even seen him there. Finally, a challenge onto Chris J, but Chris J easily deals with it. It's just Delpan left standing. He's got an AWP as well. They're both missing shots. Oh my goodness.
What are they doing?
What a circus we're seeing. But there you go, finally, the T's do take the round, so 13-10 the score now. So SK are looking at some trouble. They can do another buy, but it's not going to be the best buy of their lives.
And I really want to talk about what you said earlier, like they're utilizing the Molotovs here on B, like throwing one Molotov there and one there. It basically denies any player to be on the B bomb site. If they stay there, they're going to be very low on HP, and in close combat, it's very, very hard to not like get hit at least once.
It is like really, really smart. It's probably like the first map where you can easily, like, it's so smart to do that, which is really, really awesome. They recognize it. Zelos in a nice spot with a stat track mag, and Tizian on the boost spot.
And we'll see if they go for like trying to peek at the same time here in mid. Yeah, they're probably going like, okay, guys, let's peek at the same time and go like 3, 2, 1, and they just peek. And it's a great tactic actually. You don't really need all those grenades in the middle. If you peek at the same time from the boost area and from the gate, it usually works.
And a great angle there from Tizian. You can see him like hugging the rail there and just getting the perfect timing onto his opponents. Pitta takes him down though. So Pitta coming out with a nice frag, and Pipe trying to spam mid. So a lot of spam spots on this map. Crispy going to drop down from the vents now.
This is a crucial round.
Staring into the smoke. So 2 versus 2. Here comes Pitta. It's so crucial, but he misses the shot. Chris J instantly gunning him down with the AWP. Now Pyth, he doesn't know what to do. I think it's really hard. He knows that there's an AWP on site. He doesn't know where the rest, the Crispy is. And oh, actually there goes the miss. And now he's got an opportunity. Great, twist into a 1 versus 1, but the perfect peak timing from Chris J annihilates Pyth. And that will be 14-10 now. And the money is bad.
Yeah, they're deciding to buy. I don't like this decision. I mean, even if Mousesports would get 15 rounds, like buying Pharmacies and Mag 7, as we see on Zelos, is not the best weapons on this map, especially since you need long-distance weapons to get mid control.
Maybe they'll go for some kind of aggression. Pitta is being quite aggressive here, and the pace for Mousesports on mid has been slow, but finally actually Legge is going to push straight up. They must know that the money is really bad for SK. They probably actually expected an eco, actually. Here comes Pyth there through the vents. This is going to be watched, surely. Oh, actually, no, Pyth going to find the frag, though, and he will have a gun rewarded to him. And throw away that pesky FAMAS and pick up Chris J's AK. As Twist now is watching the angles on A. And actually, they'd be correct to presume that it is A, but there comes Chris J again, coming out huge with the AWP once again for his team. And looks like the site's pretty open for them. Gets his folks down. Beautiful spray, almost gets Chris J. Wow, if he had only done that, that would have been instrumental. But there he might get it. Lovely little peek up the ladder. And 2 versus 3. Or 4 rather, with Chris A really low, and there is another Molotov. They're using Molotovs a lot here, and to great effect.
Yeah, I feel like teams are not using them enough, especially when you get, like if you look at the money situation, yeah, as you can see, Mousesports has a lot of money, so it's, if you use them correctly, they are definitely worth the investment.
So it looks like another round for Mousesports, and no weapons apart from Pyth saved. So, and they bought on this round, so now they're really money screwed.
Yep. They basically have to win. First, they have to win a light buy, then they have to win 4 rounds in a row. So this is going to be very, very tough for them.
Yeah, no doubt about it. But it's SK. They are a group of very skilled and talented individuals, and it's only 5 rounds. It's not horrendous. They can pull this one off. They've got,
oh, look at this,
2 mags.
3 guys B, and they're pushing B. This is actually they can actually work for SK.
Here we go. We've got a lot of action here. There's SK. Pitta gets the mag onto Crispy, and Delpan there makes his way through close ranges, and the bomb does go down. It's a 2-on-4 here. There is the mag. If you can find someone, pick up an AK, that'd be brilliant there. The mag is absolutely terrible mid-ranges. You need a rifle, and Twist has found one. Twist could just make the clutch of his life with this M4. 3 health left on Troubly, And there's the shot. Takes on trouble. He's got to rush in. He's got no time. He's just got to rush in. And there you go. Perfect crossfire. Again, that's like one of those situations where it's you can't win that if it's played correctly. So,
and I just want to tell, like, I'm feeling so bad for SK right now. They won the pistol round. They were up 10-7 as CT. Then the first weapon round, Mousesports decides to push the B-bomb site. And Pyth, the guy on the site, which I didn't even think Mousesports was looking for, lagged out, and he didn't even get a single frag. And just imagine, if they would have won that round, they would have forced Mouse to another eco, and the score would have been 12-7. And now the score is 16-10 in favor of Mousesports. So I feel pretty bad for SK, but there's still one map coming up, so it's not over.
And you can see like Pyth was really instrumental as far as like his stats go, and how much he's performing for the team. He is putting in a lot of work, 80% headshot, going for Pyth, really, really connecting with a lot of shots. So Pyth, maybe you could even say he was targeted for his performances as he was so dominant. But that just shows that he's such a good addition for SK and that there's only brightness in their future. But guys, we will of course go to a quick break, and when we come back, we'll have the deciding map between these two teams to decide who will play against Astana Dragons in the final of this October championship. So we'll be right back. Stay tuned. Welcome back to FACEIT TV, ladies and gents. I'm DDK, of course, and joined with me is Threat, of course. And we have this amazing game, and unfortunately, it had a bit of a hitch because we had some potential DDoSing action going on to Pyth, where he was dropping out at a point in the game where perhaps it was almost conclusive that SK were going to win. They were hitting a very, very insurmountable kind of advantage, basically.
Yeah, like not only for the round itself, which forced them to an eco, but also for like the mentality of the team. Like knowing you lost to something that's out of both teams' control is probably one of the most annoying things that can happen. And it's like, to all those guys DDoSing at home, please stop it. It just ruins everything for everybody.
Killing esports.
Yeah, it's not fun. Nobody likes it.
Indeed. And remember, guys, if you do want to take part of the voting, you stand a chance to win some premium codes as well. We're giving away some premium codes to those who are actually correct in their guess of who will win. And so we have the live voting. Just have to use hashtag FACEITCS. You can type then vote SK or vote Mouz, M-O-U-Z, to vote for either SK Gaming or Mouse Sports, and you have a chance to win a premium code. And you can see the voting on the stream there. And of course, also, you should start playing on the platform. Me and Fred have been playing loads. It's getting pretty good. Now, it's actually really easy to find games.
Yeah.
So that's an amazing part of it. And I think it's getting less buggy, much more smooth process.
And you have like a feature that I've never seen before on any platform or like ever when I played CS. It's that you can veto the server. So basically you start off with 5 servers, and then every team, like when you veto maps, you just remove one server each till there's one left, so you can play on the optimal ping for both teams. And Like I really like that idea.
Yeah, it's really really nice. It's definitely like really enjoyable to play. That for me, it's like definitely largely about the servers as well, and how like quick and easy it is. But the servers feel so good. So if you guys want to try out some of the 128 tick servers, and you kind of get a bit tired of the matchmaking, there's definitely
64 update rates.
Yeah, 64 tick rate. You can definitely go onto the FACEIT platform and go to the CS:GO dashboard and play some pickup games. You can play with friends or with 2 friends, 3 friends, 4 friends as a pre-main. If there's 5 players as a team, or you can just join solo. There's loads of people searching, so things are going really really well. I think we actually hit 8 to 9 ongoing at one point. We're getting more ongoing games than ESEA at one point as well. So things are going really well. It's growing. So if you're there early on and you're kind of struggling to find a game, well, it's actually like getting better and better for that. So if you're on peak hours and you're not finding a game, then that's pretty rare at this point. But getting back into the action, we're going to have the next map with these 2 teams, and I believe they're taking a break, maybe trying to reinforce PICE internet security, perhaps. I don't know if you can really. There's not really much you can do about DDoSing.
I guess you can just change your IP.
Yeah.
So everybody just plays on a pretty high level. Try to like hide your IP as well as you can, because then these things won't happen.
Yeah. Maybe we'll. I don't know anything about security. I mean, I'm sure there's. I know quite a few people I could ask and get an answer for this, but there must be like a way, maybe even some software you can run in the background to actually like hide your IP, or like dynamically change it, or like fake it or something, or I don't know.
I think it's pretty hard actually. I remember I've been to tournaments that been DDoSed, like at FACEIT, like one of the biggest conventions in the world. Like they managed to DDoS FACEIT, and they could like do nothing about it. So it's
great.
Kind of an annoying thing. It's if anybody out there knows the solution, please tell the world, and we won't have these annoying disconnects and shit. Yeah,
because it's actually like bad enough, because often you're already battling with like 10 players having decent routing on the day, or decent just latency on the day, or connection stability, and then their PCs all working, then like everything else working. Like it's just so many factors. Then to have also this like malicious external thing attacking your chances is just really sad, really depressing. But never mind, we'll stop talking about the depressing actions of misguided youths who are watching. And we'll instead
focus on CS. This game.
Focus on the CS.
And it's going to be Mirage.
Yeah, definitely. This SK Gaming lineup is really interesting, because it's they have a new lineup. It's removing Sipe and putting in Pife, and it seems like their results that they could become a really top team, like a really, really, really top team. Maybe not necessarily Very Games quality, because I feel like Very Games actually stand above everyone at the moment, which is interesting, because 6 months ago,
NIP was on that level.
Yeah.
It's interesting though, SK did manage to get 1 map versus Very Games in the, I think it was MSI Beat It qualifier.
I think so, something like that, yeah.
Some qualifier online, maybe it was the EMS one. Whatever, they did manage to get 1 map versus Very Games, and that's a really strong sign from SK, considering they're such a new team and getting 1 map versus the best team in the world. I think they will beat Mouseport still, but it's going to be really interesting. It's especially considering it's Mirage. As I said earlier, it's my favorite map in the entire map pool. It's
a good map.
Yeah, it's really, really dynamic. It's kind of similar to Cache in a way that it's very important to have mid control, but I think it's way more advanced than Cache. Cache is like more straight on, kind of like Dust 2.
That is very true. It's it feels like a great map in the terms of how many options both teams get to play it, and also now that they've also Valve have been fixing the skyboxes and stuff on the maps. I mean, it's great that everyone can play the proper versions of the map, because I think a lot of people were saying, or arguing rather, that we should use, let's say, different versions of the maps so they're optimized for this, that, the other. But it's actually amazing that Valve are actually listening, so we can have, because they control it, so it's like one map, it's all centralized and so on, so they can actually control it. And it's great that they're actually making the changes, because I think it's okay now, isn't it? They basically fixed most of the problems. The layout's a bit different. The size of certain things is a bit different. Yeah. Like, for example, the bench or the forest spot on B is like totally different, really.
Yeah, and the A bomb site is like completely revamped.
Yeah, there's a lot of bits of change, but Do you think that with at least the skybox fixes, because those, I think that was the biggest complaint. Do you think that it's okay? And that was, would you like you want it identical?
Well, it's still very, very good. It's just that I prefer the old version of the A-bomb site. It's felt like it was harder for the CTs, which was good, because it's still pretty CT favored. Now it's even more CT favored, I would say. But yeah, I don't know. It's going to be interesting. One thing they changed that I'm not too certain how much they changed. They changed how far you can plant the bomb on the A-bomb site, because that was like the biggest issue for playing terrorists on this map. Was you can get the A-bomb site quite easily, but it's very hard to secure the bomb plant, because basically there's no safe place you can plant on the bomb site. You can either get spammed from CT spawn or from connectors. So a lot of teams had issues with getting the bomb down. Even if they had like a two-man advantage, I saw a lot of teams losing retakes on that bomb site. All
right, so it looks like we have 8 and 7 now. So we're coming close to the action, guys. And remember, you can take part in the voting and stand a chance to win a premium key on FACEIT by just going to Twitter and hashtagging FACEIT CS and doing vote SK or vote Moose, mouse, M-O-U-Z. I'm going to have to spell it every time just to be clear. But either way, we can show the brackets for you guys. So if you just tuned in, of course, this is the FACEIT October Championship final. And here are the teams that we have had today. And these are the standings that we are currently at today as well. So you can see all the results. The Star Dragons making their way through convincingly, in fact, most convincingly to the finals. And GUM, unfortunately, unable to topple the Dragons. And on the other side, we actually had a very close call for SK. You can't see it on the brackets on this graphic exactly, but there was overtime. The mixed team Mayhem almost managed to take down SK, which is quite surprising. Then we had a very convincing victory in the first map in the semi-final between SK and Mouse Sports. I believe it was 16-5 on the first map, and we just had, was it 16-10 on Cash in the favor of Mouse Sports. So as you can see, we are 1-1 now, and it's all left to play for. And of course, if you guys want to take part in one of these tournaments, then you can. You just have to win one of our weekly qualifiers, and you can play against some of the best teams that get invited, because of course we have 4 spots that are invited and 4 spots that you qualify for. So you can be one of the teams that plays, and you can maybe take down FACEIT. I think FACEIT last time they lost. I think they were the first invited team to lose against one of the qualified teams. So you could get some spotlight, and that's a great way to break out into the scene, and also, I mean, this is a huge thing in CS. I recall is that there used to be so many good players, but not enough teams, like solid teams with solid organization behind them. So really, it's a great way to try and stand out, because that's what it's all about, like getting a name out there to get the chance in the big team. And you need to like win tournaments like this, or not win necessarily, because you'd have to maybe beat Very Games or SK or Fnatic or Asana or something. But it's great to put your name out there. So definitely try to get involved and playing some games. Great point there. Like, if you get a team together, try to stick together. Like, don't disband after losing like one single game or losing one cup. Because that was the issue. As you said, there were a lot of players, but not a lot of teams, and it usually is because of that. You can't expect results after like a few weeks. You have to put some time in, and yeah, so just don't give up right away. Yeah, it's an easy way out and an easy solution for a lot of people who like don't really get to like understand the game or think about the game enough. It's like, oh, if we just, this guy doesn't frag as much or he dies too much, let's remove him and get someone else. That will make us better. Well, I mean, it can make you better maybe on a raw skill term, but it's still going to be the systematic issue that you don't think about the game correctly, because you don't know what's going wrong. But looks like the game is getting underway, so we won't have to prattle on anymore to you guys. So fortunate for you. And here we are. So we're into a pistol round. So what are we seeing for it? Looks like we're going for an A split here. Delpon and Pith is in middle, so they're probably going to try to go for that connector, while Twist is going through the slope and Pete and Seal is going through the apartments. And it looks like they're playing very defensively in mid though, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens. I think Mousesports will win this pistol. Why no Glock train? That is the question. And looks like Crispy going to take a peek out on short. Find Pyth, takes him down. Got Twist there as well, trying to make his way in onto Troubley. If he can get Troubley down, that's going to really, really help. But oh, great reaction shot from Pitta onto Crispy there. and still trying to work that ramp there as all the players of Mousesports are now here. But it's just Pitta left, but he's actually gotten them really low, dodges the nade. He's got armor, they don't. This is really, really strong now. Oh, actually, Chris J has some armor, but this is really strong now for Pitta. There goes a smoke. Oh, he gets another one. Pitta can really do this. 35 health left. 2 players remaining. One on the site, one on the stairs there. Just has to get the next frag, but no, they finally headshot him. I mean, there's 3 players facing him.
Nice try though there from Pitta, and one guy, as you said, was really low, so definitely couldn't have won that round. And we see another pause coming in here. Just hoping it's. Don't hope it's. I don't want it to be another DDoS on Pitta again. That would be terrible.
Oh yeah. How does it look? Can you press tab or anything? Or can you?
Yeah, it's they're still all on the server, so let's hope it's something else.
Let's cross our fingers. Let's all touch the monitors and I don't know, combine our good energies. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
Something weird. let's do that. That sounds like it could help. Either way, we already did our spiel on our disgruntled spiel about DDoSes and so on. I didn't want to revisit it really.
Yeah, maybe we can just talk about Mirage some more. And all
right, let's do that.
Like you're coming from CS Source, you've been played some CS Source, and like originally, Mirage was called Seatbelt Strike.
Yeah, I remember that.
Way back in the days, and looks like the game might be live. So let's see if we can jump back into the server. Yeah,
you got very far with that thought. Used to be called CPL Strike. Back into the server.
Yeah, I was going to make a good point, I promise.
You can save it.
Yeah, well,
save it for a rainy day.
And we're going to see a buy here from SK. I like this. They're going for the P250 armor, and one has
Julie's armor.
Jules armor.
Yeah. And there is a Nova as well. I love the Nova action. Okay, here come the nades, surely. Some nades.
And he did manage to get the headshot onto Chris J there.
Wow. Probably going down. FAMAS and M4. This could go really well for SK if they play their cards right. They rush down the players. How many grenades do they have left? They got 1 flash from Delpan. Where's Delpan at? Delpan be chilling somewhere. There he is.
Oh, it's out on B.
Seems not. Oh, he could. I don't know. Delpan could make this happen. He's got the P250 in hand. He's looking for the headshot. He knows exactly where Tizian is. Tizian trying to. Oh, edges in perfectly there. Delpan. Got to tackle Crispy as well, but not going to happen. So they're getting systematically taken down, but it looks like they got, during the confusion there, they faked successfully onto A, got the bomb down and A. Brilliant result there, and a beautiful kill. Zealous with the Julies. Can he show us some Julie magic?
Not a good position for the Jules.
No. He's got CT spawn under lock. There's one on stairs. He's trying to get out of his position by making a kill and repositioning, but it's not going to happen. Twist goes down 2. They're already low, but at least they got the bomb down. They killed 2 players, and let's not forget that they actually bought some expensive weapons. They bought FAMAS there. So the money situation should actually be somewhat even now, I think, for both teams, which really leaves us in a very interesting spot because despite losing the round, SK...
They should eco now, yeah.
But you can see the money for the CT.
Yeah, they're buying. They're actually buying.
Yeah, I think this is kind of cool actually because
I agree.
Because the way the economies went, I mean, now they've really destabilized, and because of the AKs,
no armor,
and the way that the rangers operate better with the AKs versus the rifles of CT, they know that they have the range advantages. I think so this is looking really solid for SK. They could really make it work. Pyth though, he's stuck on a deagle, it seems like, but that could be, could easily pick up a weapon here. So I like that. And they're going to take down Pitta there on the connector, and they've got a player moving through the room next to CPL, which we called Nigel. I don't know what what most people call it these days. Troubly there. Down by those bomb boxes.
One guy's shadow, so...
Yeah, one shadow. And Zelos there making his way in. Oh my god! last thing he sees is a grenade flying into his face. That's such a shame that SK unable to take the round. I think maybe with like a... sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, they have made the same mistake 2 rounds in a row now. They've gotten an entry frag in mid both times. I think one guy here and one guy here. And after they get to entry frag, they should just like rotate back to T-spawn and make a decision from there. Either go together to the B bomb site or go together to the A bomb site. Because right now they're getting the entry frag and then they're just pushing one by one and getting picked apart.
They get up on the stairs, but look at this entry onto the bomb site. They've already done an amazing job. Zealous, the lone man with the AK-47, pops Legia down from the stairs, and he might even be able to facilitate a plant. But the problem is that the bomb was all the way over at the slope, and they were kind of faking on B, and it was working, but they're losing precious time because the bomb was just idling on T slope, and it looks like he's trying to vacuum it up there, but he can't quite find it. And then finally he grabs the bomb. It took him precious 10 seconds. And you can see still the position from Mousesports is horrendous here. Oh. And Chris J missing the AWP shot. And this is going to be the bomb plant. And are they going to go for the save, or are they going to go for it? They're so far away right now, Threat.
Yeah, I don't know what the Mousesports is doing. As you said, they're so far away. And it looks like Chris J was asleep there or something. He had a very slow reaction time.
Here he goes through. And back to Peter. Chris J with the return. 1-on-1 Zealous, though. And the bomb is starting to tick quite quickly. If he plays the time correctly, this is going to be really, really powerful from Zealous. Oh, it's just trying to get it. There finally, he does manage to make it happen. So really playing the time very well. But the thing is like you said, what were they doing? They were so far away. They faked them out so well.
It would have made a lot more sense for Chris Jace to... he was standing here, peeking inside of the window room. He should have gone CT spawn and just trying to deny the plant here. Because if they get the plant down here and they have one guy in kitchen, one guy at catwalk, there's just too much.
Rush up mid.
Oh, sorry, I missed that. Let's see here.
And there it is, a trade. So that's actually really... And they rushed up mid with weapons. They were meaning serious business there. And it looks like this really hurt the momentum, or rather the pace and the plan from SK. But they are up on the A bomb site a little bit. But there you go, Trouble dealing with Twist easily. Delpan making his way up with some sneaky flashes there. He's got the AWP as well. This is going to be really hard for them. Tizian's there. This has got to work. This has got to work. Tizian takes him down. Delpan, he can't go. He's got to go for the save, surely. He can't drop down with an AWP. He's going to do it. He's crazy, and he gets the shot. Absolutely mental. Delpan, is he going to get the plant? That's the question now. He got the frag, and there's one on short. I think he knows. He switches to the AK. Smart decision there from Delpan. More versatile weapon. In the corner, he sees Trouble, he's shouldering him, and Trouble will take Delpan down. So Trouble, very well played there. But Delpan, should he have saved there? I mean, he's crazy.
I don't know, it's not that good to save ST, but yeah, maybe they did win the last round, so it means they will only get $1,500 this round. So yeah, he basically should have saved that round. They do have money to buy this round though, so it really doesn't matter that much.
Looks like they're going aggressive apartments here. A house is under control of Mousesports there, branded by them, and they found the bomb. This is horrendous. SK, this round falling apart. Giving the bomb in such a position. I'm sure they must have seen it. I have no idea why Troubly's not in there. I guess they saw it now for sure. Now they just have to set up a defense here. There's no way that they can get in here. Why is Troubly the only man here? They got to get more bodies behind this bomb. And Troubly there, finding Pife. Again, more frags. Troubly, excellent play there. Mousesports all of a sudden have really started off to a blinding start in this game, in this last deciding map. And Delpan looking for the angles. Scanning with the double scope. And here it comes and hits. No,
it looked like it should have.
Yeah, I called it.
And I just want to talk about what a comeback this is from Mousesports. They lost the first map 16-5, and then they were down 8-1 as CT on cash. And now all of a sudden the score is 1-1 in maps, and they're leading 5-1 as CT on Mirage. So great comeback here from Mousesports. They have all the momentum in the world right now.
Yeah, it's looking extremely strong. And Mousesports, again, they are putting SK against the ropes, money-wise, but they've yet to build up the buffer themselves. That's what they're looking to do here. And here comes the approach through onto these apartments, onto this B-bomb site, and they're going to go down on the entry. It's a bit of just a slaughter right now. And Pitta maybe was even a bit AFK at the start, but that's what you can afford to do sometimes. And the bomb is just dropped in the deep inside B, so there's no chance for a sneaky plant, which would have been really funny, because actually, kind of look at the over-rotation here. They didn't leave a single man on A.
Yeah, that's kind of weird that they, as you said, over-rotated or 5 guys to B. As you can see, there's a lot of guys here over B.
They really want the eco frags.
Yeah, exactly. They're all eco cobras. As soon as they see eco, they just never release a W, like run forward.
Yeah. The eyes glaze over and they charge. 6-1 then. Mouse Sports are making it happen. So SK gonna look at quite a result from this round with the AK buy. What are they gonna do though? Looks like a bit of a split here. They're gonna work that A for sure. But look at the aggression from Mouse Sports going on a bit of a guess here. Delpan catches the head of Legia, and their aggression, they should just be rushing straight into the bomb site at this point. And there it is, they're coming into the bomb site. There goes the smoke down. Chris J, 4 positioning on the AWP. Connects on one, coming out the house. Looking for the second, misses the shot. It will be his last. Pitta taking him down. Troubley making his way through. Gets gunned down by Twist as well. And now it's looking great in this 2-on-2 situation. Now for SK Gaming, as it's just Tizian now remaining on the stairs. There's smokes everywhere. They are clearly ignoring the no smoking signs. And it's a 1-on-1 now. Tizian versus Pitta. The bomb is down. It's ticking away.
So tense, very important round.
And there he catches him, wasn't even looking the right direction. Pitta, SK, they made a great adjustment in that round, adapted very well to the mid-aggression.
Yeah, and like, I have to question Twist's decision to like just rush connected there. He had the C to spawn area, which is the most crucial area.
It's like jumping
to
around
control.
as well, like
yeah,
actually jumping.
Like if you have this area when you get the bomb down here at A, it's so much easier for your team. And still he decided to give up that position in favor of just rushing his enemy.
Here is the smoke. Looks like it's going to be A. I mean, that smoke should indicate A, but it could also be a fake, because it's like, oh, this is a deliberate smoke. So it could be instantly, Mouse Sports could call and they could get their rotation. But it does look like the positioning is set up for A. Here goes the smokes. Troubley, beautiful position to avoid the smoke and gets 2 frags out of it. The Org from Legia. He loves his Org with wings. And Delpan in mid, he's left alone. He's going to have to now save this and just he's going aggressive with his positioning. And this is not saving mentality here as he goes aggressive, trying to find frags. And oh my god, beautiful flick there. Absolutely gorgeous there from Delpan.
One guy coming catwalk now though, and he gets killed from behind.
I mean, he was going aggressive connected with an AWP when he's 1 versus 4. Does it save? Question mark?
Well, the thing is about saving ST, especially when there's like 50 seconds left on the clock. It's so hard to actually save, and you always risk the CTs like boxing you in and killing you when the time runs out, which basically means you don't get any money and you don't get to keep your weapon. So,
wow!
Oh, nice shot there from Chris J.
Yeah, this is the amazing part about Mirage, which I think is really interesting. The dynamic AWPing, playing like there's so many spots you can play based on your spawn. And that was one of them. A very quick connector spawn, getting the pick. And it looks like they're going to go for the boost there. Crispy taking down Pitta there. And Troubley missing almost. There you go. Does get the bomber. You can see he's like, has the bomb in hand. He's like holding mouse 1 to get the instant plant as he jumps behind the boxes. But Troubley was there.
Yeah, nice try. It didn't work out that time, but...
So programming it in the air, so like throws it down. But... 8-2.
Knowing these guys from 1.6, the SK guys, it's when they get like upset after losing a couple of rounds, they get really, really upset. So let's see if they can manage to get their shit together. Org
with wings, looking at apartments. Pitta waiting for the smoke to dissipate, and the bomb is in mid. They have 3 players in mid, 2 players towards T slope. Would be indicative of a smoke CPL, smoke short, push connector, push slope, but they don't have a man. Look at this A setup though, very, very close positioning. Very close positioning here for Mouse Sports. And looks like they may try to boost CPL. Oh wow, Pitta finds the head.
It didn't like feel thought through those angles if one can die from the side.
Yeah, it's very strange. Pitta now, he may not check Shadow. That could be the... but Troubley's moving away from Shadow. Oh, beautiful.
How could you see him?
He didn't see him, but he knew the corner, where the corner is. And he knew that it's just really good game knowledge for sure there. And they're just cleaning up now. This connector push, the T-slope push, it was shut down too soon to time up with this connector. And it's all on Delpan to try to clutch, but he can't. And yeah, I mean, I think that was just absolutely beautiful play. He realized that like the way the smoke was positioned, that the smoke is designed to get into that spot. And he just shot through. I think that has to be what it was.
Yes, indeed. And if we look at the overview here, we can see how they set up. They had Chris J here without picking connector, one guy I think was hidden around here, and one guy hidden around here, peeking that way. And it was fun how Peter could go up here and kill the guy in CT spawn.
Yeah, that was pretty nice. But here they go. They go just rushing in. Here goes the train into the bomb site on B, but it is a bit of a slaughterhouse. And Tizian with the wings on his Org, going for it, making him fly. The Org man, oh, but he goes down. But they pick up an Org there, and Zelos goes down as well. So a very, very simple cleanup. I mean, they even kept the Org alive. The Org alive. I think someone picked it up for him. So the money, look at the money. They are so rich.
And as I
10-2.
That I talked about earlier, that SK, when they get they lose their momentum, they can get really, really upset. And I think we're seeing this right now. You can actually see in certain situations they're just playing way too aggressive, and that's because they're just pissed of what happened last map, I think.
Yeah, it can really affect you. I mean, it's really to be a top 1 team. You need to be able to have that champion's mindset that you never get affected by stuff that's bad. You isolated completely the way that you think, and that's only special teams, special players can do that. And here you go, quick pick onto short there on connector, and Pyth going down in that position really, really shuts down their aggression on B, because now they're going to look at apartments, and that's all they have to look at. And you can see Tizian takes down Pitta with confidence. Zelos goes down as they rush through to mid. Delpan left alive once again with the AWP as the last man standing. He's going to have to 5-man this with the AWP if he wants to win this round.
And yeah, he should definitely go out of that angle. And there he goes, down to trouble. And it really looks too easy for Mousesports right now. They're just picking SK Gaming apart. It doesn't really look like SK has any particular plan. They're just going 3 guys low up here in middle, just trying to get picks here and catwalk. But Mousesports is ready for that. They have great grenades, they have great teamwork, and they're not letting that happen.
You know, nothing breaks a team more in CS, I think, than when the person who gets demotivated is the caller, and stops calling or stops caring about the call. Because when that happens, everyone can give in to not caring anymore, and then your team is destroyed. So I think that's what callers so important. They have to really hold the team together and not show ever any signs of demotivation.
Yeah, that's really, really tough, and I can say that since I've been a caller. It's very, very hard to keep motivated, especially if you have outer circumstances like DDoSing affecting the game.
Yeah, it's really true. Here we go. Tizian taking down Zelos. It's just Twist alive. He can come out huge with this play here if he tries his hardest with the tapping. There it is. Crispy going down with a headshot. Finds another one in close range. Tizian though coming alive. Mousesports absolutely just destroying, tearing apart SK. And
yeah, we can actually see Pyth there whining about the walled version of Mirage, and I kind of feel like it's kind of bad manner to say that in SEA. I mean, both teams knew that they were going to play this version of the map, and I think most tournaments actually uses this version right now.
Yeah, the VAL version indeed. I mean, that's going to be the one at DreamHack as well, right? So there you go, 3 players going down for Mousesports. SK Gaming trying to take the last round of this half to try to make their comeback a reality. Mousesports, Crispy controlling CT spawn, pushing his way up. Just, oh my god, just tapping down the heads there. It's just a 2-on-2 now. Zelos and Pitta versus Tizian and Crispy. As Crispy holds down CT spawn. It's so hard to plant when there's a guy here. It's super hard. At least now you can fake plant, but they can see his legs, you can see his shin. And his calf muscle just poking out there. And Crispy